everyone, it's Marianne and welcome to my Oasis Life. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my best care tips on how to properly take care of your pothos and get them to grow healthy, beautiful, long trails. Pothos have a reputation as easy care plants. They can thrive in any light setting and they're not very picky with the water or soil you use in them. But because they have a reputation as easy care plants, plant parents are then shocked when pothos die in their care. I myself, during my first time taking care of pothos, I have killed the golden pothos of all the pothos, and I had a marble queen pothos experience root rot. They're easy care plants if you know what you're doing. I've been taking care of pothos for almost a year now, and I have about a dozen varieties in my collection. And if you want to know the different types of varieties of pothos and how to tell them apart, be sure to check out the first part of my ultimate guide to pothos, which is 22 different varieties of pothos and how to tell them apart. And we love our pothos because their trails give us that indoor jungle vibe that we love. And for the past year of me taking care of those pothos, I've learned several tips and tricks on how to get them to grow beautiful and long trails. I'm here to share my best ones with you, so let's jump right onto it. The first tip is probably the most important tip, and if you take away only one thing in this video is this: do not overwater your pothos. Overwatering is the #1 killer of pothos because it can lead to the growth of microbial pathogens, attracts pests, and lead to root rot. Which goes to my tip number 2, to make sure the soil is completely dry before watering it. And there are many different ways you can check signs that the soil in your pothos is already completely dry. You can use a moisture meter, but I myself don't own a moisture meter and have never really used it, and I've only used this, my finger. To check the moisture of the soil, you could stick your finger into the soil and dig it and try to stick it as far as you can, and then when you take it out, this marble queen pothos has just been watered, so as you can see that the soil is sticking on my finger. But if it's dry, barely any soil will attach to my finger, and that's how I know the soil is dry. But then if you have a bigger pot, kind of like with this one, or anything bigger than this, it's really hard to tell if the soil is completely dry because you probably could get your fingers 2 to 3 inches deep. So the other ways that you check that the soil is completely dry is to look underneath the pot and through the drainage hole. If you can see there's still some moisture underneath the pot and in the soil, then the soil is not completely dry. And another way you could tell is if you have your pothos in a terracotta pot, touch the side of the pot and see if it still feels cold at the bottom part of the terracotta pot. And you could also look at it, and if you see the shade of the terracotta pot is a bit darker at the bottom compared to the top half of the terracotta, it means the soil still contains a bit of moisture. And another way you could check if the soil is completely dry, especially if you have a smaller pot, you can see the edge of the soil separating from the pot. You can see from the soil it's starting to separate from the planter as well. So this will probably gonna need watering in a couple of days. And this one takes a bit time to learn, is lifting and checking the weight of your pot. And a lot of plant parents have told me this when I was a plant beginner, and it was completely hard for me to comprehend, to check the weight of my pot without actually weighing it on a weighing scale. So for me, the way I think about it is like lifting a glass of water versus lifting a glass that doesn't contain water at all. If the soil is completely dry, when you lift up your pot, it's kind of like lifting a glass that is completely empty, that doesn't have any water. So it's kind of like that, but that technique takes a bit time to learn and master. And another trick to know if your pothos need watering is not checking the soil, but checking the leaves of your pothos. And this might not work for all varieties of pothos, and some of them might manifest other characteristics to show that they need water. But for the most part, like with golden pothos and neon pothos, what I do is I look on top of the foliage of the pothos, but if I'm looking down at my pothos and I could easily see the soil of my pothos, that means the pothos needs watering. And that's kind of the same with my neon pothos too. And after it's watered, this leaves perk up and it covers the soil again. So I can barely see the soil when I look down, and it's mostly foliage when I look down on my pothos. And that's how I know my pothos has received enough water or it doesn't need watering for now. And with Scamdacus pictus argyrius, the way that I know that it needs water, especially since it's hanging on my green wall, is to see if the leaves are starting to curl. When the leaves are starting to curl, then I know that the soil is completely dry and my Scamdacus pictus needs watering. And for my Philodendron Brazil and Hartley Philodendron, and this probably applies to any vining philodendron that you might have, is when the entire foliage, not just the individual leaves, start to look limp. It's kind of like when your hair is flat and doesn't have any volume, kind of like that with the Philodendron Brazil and the Hartley Philodendron that I have, is when they start to look flat. That's how I also know when to water them. I do find, however, for my variegated pothos like my Manjula pothos and Marble Queen pothos, their leaves don't really give me any indication that they do need watering, so I just go by how dry their soil is. And after some time, you will see a pattern of how many days in between watering for this pothos, and you could plan around that time to check your pothos to see if they're completely dry, so you're not checking your pothos every day to see if they need watering. I use an app called Planter to help me remind my watering schedule for all of my plants, not just my pothos, but generally for my pothos, I find that during the winter season, I water them between 12 to 16 days, just depending on how cold or how warm our winter is going. And it has been relatively warm during this winter season, so I started with watering them every 16 days to now every 12 days. During the growing season, I find myself watering my pothos between 7 to 10 days. So those are the different ways to check if your pothos absolutely needs water. Pothos can withstand underwatering, it cannot stand overwatering. So if you're not sure if the soil is completely dry, then err to the side of caution and don't water your plant. Just wait a couple more days until you're sure that your pothos actually needs watering. So when it comes to actually watering your pothos, they are not very picky with the type of water you use. So don't feel the need that you have to use distilled or filtered water for your pothos in order to take care of them. I myself use tap water for the most part. I just let it sit overnight to let any minerals it has in it to settle a little bit so it doesn't go all to my plant. During the rainy season, I try to collect rainwater, not just for my pothos, but for all of my houseplants. But any type of water really would work for your pothos. It's not very picky. And the method that I think is best for pothos, especially since it's a plant that hates overwatering, is to bottom water it. Bottom watering is basically putting your pot in a container or tray that's bigger than your pot, filling it up with water about an inch high depending on the size of the tray in the container, and just let the plant absorb the water through capillary action. I like that because I can ensure that the pothos is getting the right amount of water it needs, no more, no less. Especially during the winter season where there's not enough light to help wick out the moisture from the plant, I want to make sure that my pothos is just getting the exact water. And bottom watering also prevents me from wasting water, which is another reason why I like it. And one concern I often hear about bottom watering is the buildup of the hard water, salt, and minerals in the soil, and they don't get flushed out. And that's why they prefer top watering. But the reality is, whether you top water or you bottom water, if you're just using regular tap water for your plants, it will accumulate salt and hard water materials because water, whether you pour it from the top or you let the plant absorb it from the bottom, is still getting in your soil. And regular top watering won't completely flush your plants. And even if you top water your plants, you still have to flush your plants every now and then. So for me, the concern of the salt and mineral buildup by bottom watering is not an issue for me, because even if I'm top watering, I still have to flush my plants. And in a future video, I will show you how to properly flush your plants, which is really good for your pothos, especially as we enter the growing season and we start fertilizing. Normally, we should be flushing our plants every 6 months and every month if we are fertilizing, and we do it before we fertilize or after fertilization if we have over fertilized. But that's for a future topic. And after watering your pothos, my next tip is to give it extra light so it can help wick out any extra moisture it has faster, especially if you have your pothos ordinarily in a low light situation. Pothos can thrive under any type of light, from low light to indirect bright light, and it can even thrive under fluorescent light. But if you are putting your pothos in a windowless room, just make sure it is underneath or close to a light source. Like this pothos over here, for the most part, is in a north-facing bedroom, and it's underneath a lamp, and it got to this big. So it's possible to grow pothos just underneath a lamp, but make sure it has access to light for 8 to 12 hours a day. If you have your pothos hanging, or you put them on top of the shelf like this, or it is mounted on your walls like I have in here, just make sure that light is still reaching the top of your pothos. As you can see, what I did over here is I could have put my pothos a bit higher on the wall, but I made sure that it's still on the level with the top of the window, so I know that light is still touching the top of my pothos and not just the vines. And that way it prevents your pothos from going bald on the top due to lack of access to light. It also helps prevent overwatering or prolonged loss of extra moisture if light is reaching the top of your pothos. And if you have a variegate pothos, the ones that has a lot of white variegation in it, you need to give it a lot more access to light if you want to maintain or increase its variegation. Otherwise, it would revert back to green so that it can photosynthesize even with a low amount of light. Like these leaves are actually from my Manjula pothos, but they have reverted back to green because they weren't getting enough light. The tricky thing about variegated pothos is, and this is true with most variegated plants, introducing more light to the pothos can cause the leaf to burn, especially the white parts of the pothos. So one way to kind of prevent that, you're not going to prevent that wholly because the white variegation in pothos doesn't have the ability to photosynthesize, so their lifespan is a lot shorter, and it's just like something that's beyond our control. One trick that you can do so that you can still give your pothos an increased amount of light but lessen the leaf burn is to rotate your pothos and rotate them regularly. That way all sides of your variegated pothos get access to light, but at the same time it lessens the chance of the plant getting leaf burn. And aside from watering your pothos, make sure you also clean the leaves of your pothos. If you're patient, you can wipe them down. But if you have like a pothos this big, it kind of get tedious and impossible to do. What I do is to also mist them, and which is something that I do for all of my plants anyway, so why not for my pothos? So just give them misting. And what this does for pothos, it's not really for humidity or anything, but it's just to get rid of any buildup of dust or any debris that they might have on the leaves that will prevent them to properly photosynthesize. So I just like do sprays on this. And sometimes when I feel like misting is not enough, whether I see like some mineral build up on the leaves, then what I do is I'll take them on the sink or I take them in the tub and actually do a proper washing of them with the shower head on their watering day. And just to debunk another myth out there, repotting your pothos into a bigger pot won't make your pothos grow bigger or trail faster. In fact, putting them in a bigger pot prematurely will only encourage root rot because they're retaining a lot more moisture in their soil, and also it's just going to make your pothos look sparse. Pothos are not very picky with their soil. They're mostly okay with the soil that they came in, so don't feel the need that you have to repot it to give it a better soil. Unless you really want to because you want to put it in a special pot or whatever, you don't have to repot the pothos that you just got. In fact, for most of my pothos, they're still in the same soil that they came in even after I repotted them in a pot that I like. The only time that you would really need to repot your pothos if it's super root bound and you're watering way too much often and you hardly see any new growth, and that would be the time to repot your pothos. And when I say super root bound, the roots are basically coming out of the drainage holes and you can see it on top. And when you lift the pothos from the pot, you would see more roots wrap around than actual soil. Then that is when it's super root bound. But if it's just a little bit root bound, it's okay to stay within its pot. And if you do need to repot your pothos and you're very concerned about overwatering, then just make sure you're giving it a well-draining potting soil when you repot it. And a well-draining soil for pothos could be any indoor potting mix that you can buy in a hardware store or a nursery or whatever. Like I said, they're not picky, so don't worry if it's organic or what brand it is. Just any indoor mix would do. And if you're really concerned about drainage, then I would say add perlite to it, and I would give like a 2-to-1 ratio of indoor potting mix to perlite, and that should be good enough for your pothos. And I will discuss it a little bit more in my advanced pothos care video, which is coming sometime soon in the future. But if you discover root rot in your pothos or pest pressures in your pothos, repotting is not your first or best remedy in troubleshooting your pothos. In fact, that should be your last resort and last form of remedy in trying to save your pothos. Because what's going to happen if you repot a pothos is experiencing root rot or pest pressures, you're not going to get rid of the root rot or the pest pressures. You're just going to give them a new environment to continue the cycle of root rot and the growth of the past. I mean, repotting is such a therapeutic activity, and I get it. I wouldn't recommend it too much for your pothos, just because the more you repot your pothos, you are not speeding up its growth, you're actually slowing down its growth, because every time you repot it, it has to adjust to the shock and to this new environment and how it would process oxygen and minerals from the new soil it's in. So you're asking your pothos to do a lot of foundational stuff underneath the soil, so you're not going to see a lot of stuff going on above the soil as far as growth of new leaves and longer trails. So I would just stay off repotting unless you really need to. Aside from using a well draining soil, make sure the pot you're using has drainage holes in them, especially if you are bottom watering. And even if you're top watering, because you want the water to fully drain from your pothos so it doesn't sit or lock in any extra moisture. And if possible, use a terracotta pot. Most of my pothos are in terracotta pots. The ones I have hanging, one is in a self-watering planter, which is the Wally Eco Planter. So my Philodendron Brazil, I have it in a Wally Eco Planter. So during its watering day, I just fill up the back panel with water, and that's just the water that I fill it up with. No more, no less. Gets enough water it needs, and I don't second guess. Just do whatever the instructions says when it comes to watering it, even if you see the water kind of like go immediately away once you pour it to the planter, because self-watering planters like this Wally Eco Planter don't have any drainage holes in them, and there's nowhere for that extra water to go. So if you overfill your self-watering planter with water, the roots of your pothos is just gonna drown in it, and it also just gonna make your planter heavier, especially if you have it on a hanging wall like this, and there's more danger of the plant falling if you are making the planter a lot heavier. And this one is still in the nursery pot that it came in, and when this needs watering, I just bring it down, bottom water it, and I put it right next to my window, let it sit there for a few hours, and then before I put it back up in this wall, just to make sure that any moisture that it has been wicked off before I put it back here, because they get decent amount of light from this south facing window, but it is pushed back about, I say, 3 or 4 feet away from the window, so it's not getting a maximum amount of light by being up here. But for my Scindaptus pictus, it actually prefers moderate light, and you would learn this with your pothos, which one likes bright light, which one likes moderate light, and which one can thrive in low light. Because this one, if I put it in a lot closer to the window, it actually suffers from leaf burn. So moderate light is what works for my Scindaptus pictus. For my philodendron, it's indirect bright light. For my Cebu blue pothos, it can go from medium to indirect bright light, but for now it's okay there. It's getting light from the south facing window and from the west facing window. The golden pothos surprisingly doesn't like bright indirect light. It prefers low to moderate light. I have a smaller golden pothos here. As you can see, I had this closer to a window at one point, like in the south facing window, and it had a leaf burn. So that's it for my pothos care video. I hope you found it informative and helpful, and I have them all written down in my blog, so be sure to check it out. The link is down in the description. I'm doing a complete guide to pothos this month, and I already came out with the 22 different pothos and how to tell them apart, so be sure to check it out. And I'll be coming out with a pothos propagation video next, and troubleshooting your pothos after that. So if you don't want to miss those videos from me, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I come up with new videos. I come up with houseplant and sustainable lifestyle videos every week. And if you haven't yet, go check out these videos for me while you wait for my next one. But until then, I see you, I appreciate you, and have a plentiful day. Bye!